So this video is a guy was dating a girl, okay? They have a baby. The baby is now 6 years old. He just found out the baby ain't his.
Wait, I seen a piece of this video?
Yeah, just now I was playing it when I was talking. Okay. The baby is now 6 years old, right? So for some reason,
isn't it like 1 in every 8 men? 1 in
8, I think it is.
1 in 8.
1 in 8, your daddy and your daddy.
Yeah, exactly.
One of y'all watching this show, your daddy and your daddy.
Holy moly.
Okay? You wonder why you look nothing like him? Because he ain't your daddy. Okay, anyway. So, they having like a cookout or family party.
How do you find out?
And him finding out is before this.
Okay.
He's at a little family party, okay? And his sister, being the genius that she is, invites the little girl to the party. Remember, she's been with the family 6 years. You know what? Let's watch the video or pieces of it and we can discuss, okay? You want to tell me how? Let's just call this Not My Baby, okay?
Wow.
Watch this. All right, hurry up, man. Your little bullshit graphic.
A man recently discovered that the daughter he raised for 6 years isn't biologically his. Despite cutting ties, his ex-girlfriend continues to bring the child around his family. At a recent family event, she showed up with the girl and he was upset. He feels that since the child isn't his, she shouldn't be considered part of the family anymore.
Here.
I'm here to drop her off at the party.
Man, why are you here? I told you I don't want no dealings, no obligations, nothing. You had me thinking that this girl was mine for 6 years.
This ain't got nothing to do with her. This
What
between
you mean this ain't
me
got
and
nothing to do with
you.
her? So it ain't had nothing to do with my pockets either then for the last 6 years.
You are the only father she know. You've been her daddy for 6 years. Don't take this out on
I ain't
her.
taking it out on her.
I already talked to Doll, and Doll said it's okay for her to come to the party.
She talked to who?
This is sister.
You supposed to be my blood.
It don't matter. I invited her.
The only reason I'm here is because Doll said I could drop her off.
Y'all gotta go. You, her, and your brother gotta go.
Come up, my baby.
This ain't got nothing to do with her. You're not about to take this out on my baby.
Coming here.
That ain't right.
Look, bro, I ain't with this, bro.
I feel so bad for this little girl.
Party, man. Y'all
My
tripping,
baby
bro.
wanted her to come.
Y'all need to leave.
Hey, don't talk to my
We're
sister.
not
No, bro,
going
you need to
nowhere.
leave.
My baby
You
This is so good.
She showed with her sister. She showed with her brother
Y'all need to
too.
leave, bro.
my house.
Y'all need to leave, bro. Y'all need to leave, bro.
We're not going
Y'all
nowhere.
need to leave.
We don't talk
The
about
last 6 years,
Don't talk to my sister like that.
Man, hey, bro. Hey, y'all
I'm talking to you.
Hey, fam. Hey, fam.
I'm just saying, though,
This
bro.
ain't got nothing to do with her. This ain't got nothing to do with her. Don't do her like that. She been asking about you. She missed you.
She been asking about you. She miss you, but that ain't his baby though.
Calm down. Just calm down. Just calm down. Hey, baby, hold on. Baby, y'all good?
Yes.
Hold on. Hold on, John, come here.
The little girl deserves better, but both of them are wrong. The girl is really wrong.
The sister invited her.
Between me and you.
The women are really wrong in this situation.
I told you I was sorry. I told you I was sorry. Mistakes happened, but this ain't got nothing to do with her. This between me
Why
and
you wait so
you.
long to tell me?
Just hold on, John.
You
can't force fatherhood on somebody. And you know what I'm saying? How you gonna force somebody to be a daddy?
The last
That's
6
crazy.
years, you had me thinking that this baby was mine.
I told you I was sorry. I apologized about that. Mistakes happen. This don't have nothing to do with her. Let her come to her
look,
cousin's
I'm
party.
sorry, baby. Y'all need to leave.
No.
Y'all need to leave. Y'all need to leave.
You're not gonna talk to my sister like that.
Talk to your sister.
You're not gonna talk to my sister like that, bro.
The little girl grew up with the family though. You see, so as far as she concerned, her family, but they're not.
Look here.
You're not gonna talk to my
That's
sister
between
like that,
y'all
bro.
two. But don't put
Hey, bro,
this
y'all need to leave.
baby net. No.
Y'all need to leave.
Like I said,
Bro, y'all need to leave.
This is crazy.
Nowhere. Me and Dawn
Y'all
already
need
talked
to
about
leave,
this.
bro.
You're not going nowhere.
Y'all need to leave,
We're
bro.
gonna talk about this
Y'all
later.
need to leave.
We're gonna talk about this later. She's staying in this party.
The sister's the terrorist. So why the sister invite them?
And we're gonna talk about it
Going
later.
her here.
Y'all need to leave.
Okay, not going nowhere.
Man, bro.
Hey, John, the baby's talking to you. She's trying to tell you something. She said she miss you, bro. You gonna do with a little girl like that?
You know,
This is messed up.
The kids, bro.
This is messed up.
Between us grown-ups, not this child.
Y'all need to leave.
Nah,
See, we
that's
supposed to
wrong.
be blood.
It don't matter because whatever
What
y'all
you mean
got
it don't
going on,
matter?
it don't matter.
What
Whatever
about how I
y'all
feel?
got going on, that's between y'all. But taking out on that baby, that's wrong. That's wrong. If she's staying here and it's my house, not yours. You forgot?
Y'all forgot. Y'all need to leave.
No.
Y'all need to deal, bro. Ain't no something else to
Like
bro.
I said, though.
Baby, I love you.
You're not
You'll
gonna
always be my daughter. But it's just some stuff you don't do in life. Your mama wrong. She wrong.
She
you
might-
know you wrong.
I apologize. How many times you want me to keep saying I'm sorry? Mistakes happen.
I'm sorry. Don't
I
take
had
that.
no idea. I'm sorry, but when I found out, I told you. I'm sorry.
Bro. Look, bro.
Don't take this out on my
I'm tell
baby.
y'all one more time. Y'all need to leave.
Why they still little? They drove the daughter off,
You
right?
had him to leave my house.
It's funny.
We're not going nowhere.
Oh, you ain't gonna go that long?
We're not.
Yeah, they still standing outside recording too.
But guess what? Then, hey, my sister did this dumb shit, then I'm leaving.
This out on my baby. How you taking this out on the baby?
Y'all are welcome here. She can stay.
Thank you, dog.
Thank you.
This ain't
That's
your house.
The sister crazy though.
This is crazy.
You doing my
Isn't the
niece
sister
wrong.
crazy though?
Yeah.
Like, what you doing?
You doing
I feel so bad for this little
Your
girl.
sister doing
But you
your
doing my niece wrong.
I don't need no
This is
But
crazy.
Shayla, what would you want him to do?
You're doing too much in front of these children.
I feel like if I were him, I would be upset,
She said.
but I wouldn't do it in front of the little girl. I had a little girl
After
come
the
inside,
He chose
and then
to
I
leave
talked
the
to my
event.
sister and
The
my.
little girl ended up staying. A few days later, a family member reached out to him, trying to convince him to still be present in the girl's life.
When we just trying to do right by that little girl.
Man, bro, don't nobody care how I feel, bro. For the last 6 years, I've been taking care of this little girl, bitch. And y'all don't understand, bro. Like, I'm really resentful towards y'all right now, and y'all don't understand, man. Like, y'all hurt my feelings with this, bro. Real. And my problem with Darla is she didn't even tell me. He didn't even tell me she was coming. How am I supposed to feel? Don't nobody care how I feel, bro. Y'all talking about what the internet doing and this and the third, bro. It's backfiring in y'all face, bro, for real. And I just, man, I don't know, bro. But like I said, I don't want no dealings with y'all, man.
But I got a question though. So basically, you thought the little girl was yours for 6 years. So did we. We bonded with. That's my niece. That's her niece. And Dolly's the one that invited the little girl to the house anyway. That's not my fault.
That's my niece, bro. Like, he's been knowing her. I've been knowing her for 6 years. She's been knowing her cousin for 6 years. I'm sorry, but I swear I did not mean to intentionally do anything to hurt you. Bro. I swear to God, I would never do nothing like that. But I care about my niece. I can't just drop her like that. And y'all got she is my family. Like, what do you mean? My daughter, my baby wanted her at the party. That was a kid's party. And y'all turned it off. So what was your point in not telling me she was coming? What about that? Why you couldn't be like, hey, bro, you could have told me anything. He didn't even.
Yeah, she didn't tell him. She surprised him. He's right though.
But how was Dad supposed to know? You know, we just thinking this a kid's party, bro. We didn't think you was gonna turn up like that. We did not know it was gonna be like that. We thought that you was gonna be grown enough to just, you know what I'm just either talk to grown people, you and Tierra go in the other room and let the kids have fun at a kid's party. But now you done got the internet dogging us out. People talking about dog, people talking about me, cause we invited that your daughter, cause she's still your daughter no matter how you feel.
Nah, she's not his daughter though.
I talk about y'all too. Look how y'all handled the situation. Look how y'all handled it. I'm not co-signing for y'all.
This is fucked up, but it's funny. Why is all that business on the internet?
About I understand it's hurtful, but that is a child. Think about
This
it.
is so ghetto.
Ain't no way. Look, y'all,
Ain't no way you acting like that.
There's no harm with lady boys. You know, they don't get pregnant.
y'all did. Y'all actions. Y'all didn't care at the time about how I felt. It was, oh, not in front of the baby. Oh, not in the last 6 years, I've been playing fool in front of the baby. I've been playing fool.
We just found out too. How you think we feel?
Look,
How did they find out?
I'm really not.
I don't know. I think I don't know.
That wasn't my intentions at all.
All we trying to do is help.
Want her at the birthday party.
I mean, help.
I didn't want to exclude her.
That's over right now, guys. 20 seconds.
I feel bad
What
for
are
the
your thoughts on
dad.
the situation?
Okay, that's it. That's the end of it.
Okay,
Okay.
my thoughts is that
Hold on. That was some wild shit, right?
yeah, and it's all on the internet. That was a
Hey.
movie.
Ratchetness
Make a
is
movie
wrong.
out of
but it's entertaining.
Make a movie out of it.
God damn, that was good shit, okay?
So I feel like the dad or the non-dad, he had every right to feel that way that he did. I would feel the same way, like I can't believe this right now. However, I wouldn't have did all of that in front of the little girl. I would have just had to excuse myself. I would have had to walk. I would have been like, okay, take the girl inside. I would have been like, I'm gonna talk to you later, to the sister. And I would have had to walk outside and talk to my baby mama and her brother like, don't you ever in your life pull no stuff like this ever again in my life. Cause like that's crazy, but like I feel bad for the daughter because she got to sit there and watch this man yell about how he don't want her to be there.
The sister and the brothers, they've been getting destroyed on the internet.
I would have.
The internet's like, what the fuck were y'all thinking?
That's such a messed up thing to do. Like she didn't have to go to the party, you know? Especially when it's so fresh. Like what about him? What about his feelings?
Yeah, like what are you doing? Like
you just found out that this daughter, some of you thought this girl was your daughter and she's not even your daughter.
And he been paying for it. That's what he's talking about.
And taking care of her.
You've been paying for it. Dude, like I tell you, I just had a baby, right? I hope it's mine. But I just had a baby, right? Let me tell you, that's all them nights being up, all them little doctor visits that you got paid for, you know what I mean? School shit you got to do, like all this. And then after all that, you find out the baby is yours? Dog.
But that little girl didn't deserve to have to sit there and watch that grown man do all of that.
But her mom should be smart enough not to.
I agree. I agree. The mom is completely wrong. All the adults are wrong.
Yeah, I mean.
But the little girl is the one who has to suffer, and that's what sucks about it.
I'm not really mad at my boy because, like I said, that's a stressful situation to be in with that kind of heat. You know what I mean?
The baby mama brother was ready to get froggy though. Right, in front of them kids.
Like, yeah.
Sister style, brother style, baby mama style, yes. Foul.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
because at the very least they could have forewarned the man.
Yeah, you know.
They could have been like, hey, your non-daughter is pulling up to the
guys, if there's any doubt, please rush your ass out and get a DNA test. You don't even have to tell the woman you're getting a DNA test, you know. Because that's just a little, like, you can just hold the baby, do a swab, put it in plastic bag, ship it out, and they could tell you. Because they're just comparing two things. So this ain't like going to draw blood and all that shit anymore. Mm-hmm. There's easy ways to do this, you know.
Crazy.
Yeah, dude. So if you have any doubts, and do that shit early on. Don't wait till the baby like 20
6 years old.
Yeah, don't wait till the baby 10 years old and then go for the paternity test. You done 10 years, that's 10 years of debt. But guess what? The courts might still make him pay for that little girl.
That's crazy.
No, the courts do that, dude, because the courts.
That's crazy.
No.
That is crazy.
But they say it's up to the child is so young, but the child needs to know what's going on because the mom is for sure not telling her the truth at home. I don't know. But see, here's the thing.
Yeah, because she's talking about, where's daddy? I miss daddy.
No, but they're going to tell her to say that.
Mom should have been like, that's not actually your daddy.
Hold on. The mom's going to go, listen, when you go in there, I need you to say, where's daddy?
No.
I really miss daddy.
I'm sure if that girl had a bond with him and he's not around, all of a sudden she's going to miss her dad and tell her mom that she misses her dad.
Yeah, but the mom going to be like, hey, you got to amp this shit up.
Man.
What happened? Y'all don't think diabolical thoughts? This is the way the world works. Oh.
Of course you would know that. But
no, but hey, but $100? Guys, keep them on hand. If you get caught up, keep them on hand so you know. $100 each at CVS. Damn. I'm gonna see me the paternity test and dude, I might be in trouble.
If you take care of a child, it shouldn't matter if it's yours.
Well, okay, the courts don't work like that. The courts go this way. What's in the best interest of the child? Okay? Now let me explain what that fucking means. Okay?
But do they charge the woman for lying all those years?
No, it ain't no crime.
There's no consequence for lying to somebody about.
Maybe the guy could try to sue or something like that.
Sue the fuck out of this girl.
Okay, but if she ain't got no money, that doesn't matter because most people live in paycheck to paycheck any fucking way. Okay, but let me explain something. A judge looks at this situation and he realizes, okay, your daughter been getting X amount of dollars a month in care because you thinking she's your daughter. You're paying her for her to go to this school. You're paying for her to do this. You're paying for her to take these, like, to take ballet and gymnastics and shit like that, right? Mm-hmm. Now you find out this isn't yours. That means this girl now have to go from this private school you may have had her in into a public school, okay? She have to quit ballet and gymnastics. She have to do this. So her life's turned upside down. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She can't eat the same way she was eating. Maybe she can end up having to go on food stamps because you have 2 parents now, and now
You only have one.
You only have one.
Yeah.
So the judge is gonna be like, nope, we can't allow that. You still gotta pay because that's in the best interest of the child. The judge ain't sitting there worrying about you and your personal feelings. You understand how fucked up the shit is now? That's why you gotta do this early on before you get that deep in.
Yeah. Protect yourself.
Don't wait like 62 years and then do the paternity test. Do it early.
Men, protect yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, you get a tax return. Should have the
The tax return, LOL.
Yeah, it's
Pays to have kids, I guess.
it's a wild world out there. It's a wild world out there. Okay.